Everyone, in this video, I just want to show you how to use the free graphing calculator to give you some help on this regression assignment. So to get to the free graphing calculator, just go to our Schoology main page, the materials section, click on the link for free graphing calculator page, and you'll see the part calculator link right there. So if you click on this, it should launch up a practice park test. You can enter your name if you really want to, but just go to start one more time, and you'll see the calculator right up here. Now, it's free, but there are some issues with this. One thing that we need to do is turn on the diagnostics function. So to do that, this is going to be the thing that you do every time you approach these regression problems, unless you have your own graphing calculator. So hit second, and then go down here to 0. We're trying to bring up this catalog. This brings up all the functions in our calculator, and then you'll just scroll down until you get to something that says diagnostic on. Should be close, and here it is, diagnostic on. So when you're on diagnostic on, you can see the little arrow pointing to it. Just hit enter, this button down here. You'll have to enter it one more time just by clicking it again, and that first step is out of the way. Now, some other stuff that we need to do for this section is enter points. So let's go to stat and then hit enter. List 1 is where the x values go. List 2 is where the y values go. So let's just type in a few points. Like we'll go with -12, and another x value can be like -19. And let's go with -22. Okay, now if you just scroll over to get to list 2, you can enter the y values for these points. So let's do 26, 28, and 33. Okay, so these points are now in your calculator. And if I go to graph, we want to be able to display those points. As it stands, they're not showing up. So to get the stat plot turned on, you'll click on second, and then right up here where it says stat plot, we just need to go ahead and enter plot number 1 just by clicking enter. And then you see how the on is flashing right here? You'll click enter again to turn this on. If you want to, you can play around with these things. Like you can make the points look a little different, and you can change the color of the points. Again, that's just if you want to. But anyhow, now that it's turned on, I can click on graph, and we can see these points. So obviously nothing's displaying right now because the window of the graph, I think it only ranges from -10 to +10, and then from -10 to +10 in the y-axis as well. Remember, those points that we entered exceeded that range. So when you go to graph and you don't see the points, and you've already turned on the stat plot, a quick, easy way to adjust this window is just click on zoom and go down to option 9, zoom stat. Now when you hit enter, we should be able to see those points. Okay, fantastic. Now, the only other thing you need to be able to do with this calculator is get the regression equation. What line passes through these points? So to do that, we'll go to stat, and then you're going to scroll over to calc or calculations. Those 3 points look like they resembled a line pretty well. So we'll go to linear regression. If the points look like they form a parabola, we'll go to quadratic. If it looks like a cubic function, you'll go to cubic. And then if it looks like it has 4 turns, you'll go to quartic regression. Anyhow, we'll just do linear regression for now. I'll hit enter, and it's going to ask you where are your x values. Well, those are just stored in list number 1. The y values are stored in list number 2. The frequency that we're doing this, you can just leave that blank. It doesn't matter. We can store the regression equation, and I guess we could do that. So if you click on second and then go to calc, that is actually not it. Might not be on this calculator. That's okay. Anyways, let's go back. So stat, calc, and we're doing option 4, linear regression. So let's just leave store regression equation blank, but go down to calculate. And that is everything that we need. So we've got the value of A to build our equation. We've got the value of B to build our equation. And it also gives us this R squared value. We are going to need the R squared value as we work through this topic. And that is essentially how good is our function at making predictions. 0.79 indicates it's pretty good. Not perfect, but not bad either. Okay, so if you want to graph the line, just to see what it looks like, you can type in this function into y equals. So click on y equals. We had something like negative 0.6, and then x is right here. And I believe it was like plus 17.1 or something. Might not be perfect, but now if I go to graph, something is wrong. Okay, we'll go to, and I hit minus 0.6. I should have did negative 0.6. So there is a difference between subtracting and using a negative sign in this y equals function. Anyways, if I go to graph now, you see that our line pretty well passes through these 3 points. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but it gives us the best function possible to model these points. Okay, I'll leave you with that. This video was really meant just to get you to the graphing calculator and how to prepare it for regression. All right, thanks y'all for watching. See you in class. Bye-bye.